Hey there. During the month of August, we're challenging people in our church to share their faith with other people. And the process of that is cultivating relationships, planting or injecting spiritual truth into a conversation, and then reading clearly and concisely, presenting a gospel message and allowing a person the choice on if they want to know more, if they want to trust Christ. Elesha Smith has been telling us the story of how she has built relationships with people. So I'm going to let Elesha tell you all about that.
Well, I knew that I actually was lacking relationships with unbelievers, and so David and I, my husband and I, talked about how I could go about developing some at the same time serving with my time. And so he and I looked into some organizations in our community, in Battle Creek, so I could be more connected with the community. And we settled on the Battleground State House at the Lakeview Square Mall. And this was a world that I had to go out of my comfort zone because I never skateboarded.
Okay.
And it's been years since I used a scooter and inline skates, but I knew that this is a world I don't know terminology for or anything, but the Lord led me to it.
Okay.
And I thought, okay, what can I capitalize on that I know I can do? Okay, I can bake. So
Very good.
I contacted the people, got set up to volunteer, and went in with some baked goods and handed those out and greeted people. And then I tried to develop some rapport, prayed about it before going into it every week. And then a woman came in at one point in time and actually stayed while her son was using the skate park. And so I noticed that she was still there and went over and to talk with her and saw that she was reading a book. And so I thought, perfect opener just to say, what are you reading? And she and I talked about that. She was reading Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. I'm familiar with his works. So we talked about that, and we moved to her and her family, and then we talked about spiritual things through this whole conversation, her church background, etc. So then we got to the point where it was an opportunity for me to share the gospel with her, because I could tell that she was not a believer. She's seeking God, but she's not quite there yet. And particularly because she wanted to have Grace Plus work. She thought she had to earn her way to heaven. So I was able to share the gospel with her. She just could not get her head around the grace alone. But I did my part. I tried to do what God wanted me to do and be faithful to Him, and hopefully it put a pebble in her shoe and help her to start really thinking about that and seeking Him even more. And hopefully she'll become a Christian in the future.
So you were able to just cultivate a relationship, plant spiritual truth in her life, and talk about spiritual interests, and then actually present the gospel. And then leave her decision between her and God. Excellent. This is what it means to be a disciple who makes disciples. Get out of the boat, if you will, cross over the bridge of decision, and find a way that you can connect with lost people. Build real friendships with them, whether it's by baking or it's just doing some kind service project for them, and then look for opportunities to deepen relationships and share Christ. Elesha, thank you so much for doing that for us and for sharing your story with the church. All right? God bless you.